Good day there once again viewers, your mate Kamikaze78 here, and for this video we're going to be having a chat about the Tier 10 US cruiser Salem, the Tier 8 Italian battleship Roma, and the Tier 7 premium battleship for the British Duke of York. Over the past couple of days I've really had the opportunity to give these ships a go in their early access testing period, and I've got to say that I've been spending an absolute ridiculous amount of time with these ships. And today I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what these ships bring to the table, you know, how they play and what they're truly capable of, all the while offering back some feedback to Wargaming to further develop these ships later down the line, because these guys are still works in progress. And with that in mind, because they are works in progress, I can't actually show off any of the stats in this video for the ships in their current build, as they are subject to change. I will talk about some of the basic stats and the highlight stats of these ships to give you guys an idea as to what their quirks are, but that's about it. But with all that out of the way, let's start off with talking about the Roma, the Tier 8 Italian battleship that I had the opportunity to test. And I've got to say that of all the ships that I got to play within this, period of testing, the Roma was easily my favourite ship of the bunch to play, and easily the one that I had the most amount of fun with. As you guys know, battleships are my favourite class of ship, and I'm a very aggressive player, so any battleship that I can get really aggressive in is going to be a ship that I thoroughly enjoy. This is why I enjoy German battleships so much, for their aggressive playstyle thanks to their torpedo/secondary loadouts and their overall tankiness. The Roma follows a very similar playstyle here, but does it in an entirely different way. The standout feature here is its gun traverse speed, 27 seconds for 180 degrees traverse. That is best in class, and considering that it comes with 381mm guns and that the Bismarck runs 380mm guns with a 36-second 180 degree traverse speed, it's quite an upgrade. This ship is also incredibly maneuverable when compared against other battleships, making her extremely effective at actually dodging and weaving between enemy salvos, all the while being able to return fire and keep the guns on target. With this ship, you're going to find very few situations where you're going to actually find your guns trailing behind your ship as you turn, which is a huge plus for any aggressive battleship players out there. The thing is also an absolute tank, featuring some impressive broadside armor and a decent amount of torpedo defense, which allows for it to take a lot of punishment even when caught out of position. So not only is this ship brilliant at dodging incoming rounds while still being able to keep the guns on target, but she is also incredibly durable for brawling, even more so when you angle the armor accordingly. Where she begins to fold, however, is with her HE, coming with the worst in class for HE for Tier 8 battleships. But we are talking about a battleship here, and the Roma isn't a British battleship, so she'll be right. I'm pretty sure we're all sick and tired of seeing battleships lobbing HE as it is, so yeah. In short, great brawling battleship in her own way, bringing something new and interesting to the mix. I'm really interested in seeing how the rest of the Italian battleships play in the future. But now, let's move on to the other side of the coin here, a ship that I just can't quite understand and did not enjoy one bit, despite it being a battleship. Yeah, I'm talking about the Duke of York here, and look, I'm always for Wargaming trying out new things with ships to give them a unique element in the game, but the consumables available to this ship just make it one hell of a confusing mess that doesn't really have a defined role. It has all of the characteristics of a British battleship, with its more than annoying HE damage output, don't get me wrong, but as opposed to the standard issue repair party consumable plus an additional consumable, this ship comes with hydroacoustic search and defensive fire. No repair party, which confuses me because the repair party ability is absolutely paramount for a battleship's role to push an assault or to assist in capturing a point. It allows for them to, sort of take the focus of the enemy fleet off of your own fleet, tank a lot of the damage, help capture the point, win the assault, and then go forth to repair the damage accordingly for the next engagement. Without such ability, making such assaults becomes practically impossible in a battleship because you've got no way to undo that damage and juggernaut like how you're supposed to. But then again, you do have the other two abilities that encourage you to push assaults with allies and capture bases. Defensive fire requires you to get in close with allies to assist them in covering against air attacks. Mind you, the defensive fire ability on a battleship is fantastic for fending off your own enemy air attacks, but it still does sort of hint at a bit of extra teamwork required, and Hydroacoustic Search is a core ability for a battleship that is designed for aggressive gameplay. Take a look at the Bismarck. Without Hydroacoustic Search on that ship, it would be so much less effective. So yeah, right now, I think it's safe to say that the Duke of York is undergoing a massive identity crisis right now. As I said before, I commend Wargaming for giving something new a go and trying to create something unique. It looks like that with this ship, and this is all hypothetical, that they may even be testing the possibility of battleships that have no repair party, testing their viability and using the Duke of York as a proof of concept, if you will. But in my humble opinion, a battleship with no degree of repair party encourages a sniper style of gameplay, which just isn't good for gameplay and for teamwork in the first place. At the end of the day, a battleship is designed to be the juggernaut and designed to be the main force that pushes an attack, with the remainder of the fleet either scouting or supporting the ship accordingly. So I think it should be back to the drawing boards for this one. And when it comes to the Salem, yeah, I can't really say anything beyond the fact that it is just another Des Moines with a slightly different AA loadout based on what I can tell. It literally plays the exact same based on what I got to play with it, so because of that, there's not really much I can add to that. It comes with the same fast-firing high-arc shells that the Des Moines rocks and a killer AA loadout that makes it the ultimate support cruiser for a fleet. It's fantastic at sitting up against islands and simply lobbing your high-arc shells over them, all the while being safe from, you know, enemy fire. With that said, guys, this is not a tanky vessel in the slightest. If you go against a battleship one-on-one in the Salem, you are going to get deleted straight off the map faster than you can say deleted. That said though, guys, the high arc shells do allow for great armor penetration with the AP shells if you're going up against something with light deck armor, so do consider that. Most cruisers at that tier are going to be incredibly vulnerable to that, and the radar allows for you to push enemy DDs off of points quickly. That is of course assuming that these DDs have no degree of battleship support whatsoever, because if they do, well then get ready for a one-way ticket straight down to Davy Jones's locker. And on that note, guys, that pretty much wraps up everything major that I wanted to discuss with these ships. Basically, in this round of testing, I found myself one ship that was unique and stupidly effective. I found one ship that was unique, but horrendously ineffective, and one ship that just felt like, you know, another ship that we've already got in the game. I feel as though the Salem may very well be a reward ship for a challenge in the future and not an outright premium ship, because I don't think there's enough value for money there with the Salem right now to justify it going on sale. The Duke of York certainly needs some work before it goes on sale, and the Roma, well, I feel as though it's in a pretty good spot right now. There may need to be some tweaking here and there, but right now it's got a nice niche, and I think it's a really healthy addition to the game. If you guys enjoyed today's video, then a backhanding of that like button would be greatly appreciated, and let me know in the comment section down below, sorry guys, what vessel you're most looking forward to with this line of test ships. Are you looking forward to the Roma, Duke of York, or the Salem? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video and you find yourself backhanding that like button, backhand that subscribe button whilst you're at it to keep up to date with the content in which I'm releasing here on my channel. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace out, and I'll be seeing you all next time. Have a good one.